any other in sport. As both teams made their way out of the tunnel, these folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the New York Giants. On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Set, ready. 18 Gator, 18 Gator. Hard. 65, 65.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
15, 59. I'm going to come back to you.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham, 76 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Wide, get wide. Check, 8.
Ito Smith, his first carry, gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw is Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. He can run for it, and he wouldn't. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And who's got it? The Giants.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Here we go. Ball trot.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. I'm going to run you over. At 58.
Play fake. Murray. Got a man. It's Tanyan complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They come out here in the eye.
Mike, let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Shift. 80 weapon. Deuce. Okay. Deuce. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A loss of 2 there. Second down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
They do not score.
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is third and goal. Able to avoid it. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time they coughed it up. Led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
Coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think Coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Room here to run, and he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Carolina. Nick Chubb, 74 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line, out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Baby, let's go. Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
Ready?
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Tight left.
4 down.
Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here.
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. 20. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Jakeem Grant, 87 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. So the points coming fast and furious in this opening quarter. Whoa.
Yeah, both defenses, they're looking pretty exploited right now with the way these offenses are attacking. They are a step behind, back on their heels, whatever cliche you want to use. Right now, they're trying to figure out how to slow them down, and I'm not sure they're going to be able to.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Yeah, he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. After one, 17-7 is our score.
Here we go. Here we go.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Out. 20.
Staying on the ground. This time it's Smith. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They go with Chubb on second down. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, first and 10 at the 41.
Here we go. Run the mic. Watch one.
They'll try the air now with Newton. And quickly here, and that's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I didn't get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Look pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. The end result, 21 yards.
Ready? Right to the 3. Let's go. 8. Ready?
They'll run with Chubb. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on second and goal.
20.
He'll get it up the middle. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Calling a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. Third and goal. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They come up in an offset eye. Now the Panthers get set, third and goal.
And the defense has to account for Cam Newton on this play.
Check 99. Watch twist. Watch the twist. Check 50. Check 50.
They'll give it to Chubb. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Nick Chubb Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point put through by Boswell, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on the field.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Murray now. Throwing the out route.
You ain't doing nothing today.
That's Grant. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Let's go now. 60 out low. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Check the back. Check the back.
Right stone. Drive on.
Now Mostert. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Here's Murray. And just as you called it after the earlier sack, they set up the screen. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend.
Check, ready. 70 ending. Check, 59. I'm coming after you. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Ready. 18 Gator.
Let's set a tone.
Fast.
Set a tone.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Throwing is Murray on third down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
Interception all day,
But this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Here we go. One's the mic. Watch one.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
He's coming. Double up.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
It's our 20. Hey, it's our house.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play, and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Single, 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 single. Watch 84, watch 84. Tight end to the
Now Newton. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Nick Chubb on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Giants take over 1st and 10.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Quarterback at all costs.
Check through. Go.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the 1st half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the 1st half.
We'll see if they do just that. Now Eno Smith. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a 1st down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll run with Smith. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Ready, great.
52's the mic.
Hey!
It's me and you. It's just me and you. Zoom. 52. Watch 52. 52's the mic.
Newton
Let's
on
go,
first down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards and a Panther first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in
Check
on
26,
offense.
check 26. Gun.
Switch.
Hey, alert 3, alert.
Eight.
A first down carry for Smith, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
I know you feel
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the beat and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
58's the mic. 58's the mic. I'm here.
On 2nd and 7, Newton. And this one complete to Smith. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, first and goal.
Ready?
Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Eight.
A toss play to Chubb.
Kill. Turn up. 6
And
down.
maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12.
Tight dog. He's checking.
They'll try again with Chubb.
Run.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A very valuable 9-yard pickup, and now they're set up a little better here for 3rd and goal. Now the Panthers get set, 3rd and goal.
And the defense has to account for Cam Newton on this play.
I'm coming for you, son.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Ricky. Slam.
First down, Murray. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Mike the 59. I got him.
Murray now on first down. It's caught. Beckham. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. On first and 10, here's Murray. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Watch safety. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Murray looks to throw again, second and 10. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
And now offensively it's third and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Throwing now is Murray. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They're going for it. It's Murray. And that is incomplete. The Giants go on fourth but come up empty. And the Panthers will get the football back. So they really needed points here in a two-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover.
20. Rush in.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Check 4. Check 8.
They run it again with Chubb. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Let's go, baby.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
That's it. 180. Here we go. One's the mic. Watch one. Watch one.
In the face.
Slam. No. Off. 8. Check. Fresno.
They run. Chubb. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Stop made there by Gerald McCoy.
Don't be mad. Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
You're not ready. They'll
fake the handoff. Now Newton. And his throw here's incomplete. A hat tip to P.J. Williams there defensively, making sure that one didn't find its target.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop the ball. Going back to him, though. Find him.
And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Here's Logan Cook now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16. Murray now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. He'll have a first down past the 40. And all the way up to the 46. A good pick up there at 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Murray going to throw, and that going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
Motion backfield.
Murray again, second and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Murray with a third and long. He finds Beckham complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Call that a very strong gain of 24. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Nick Vigil in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down at 17. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
It's a party now. Hey, Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
On play action, it's Murray. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions. Have them looking at 3rd and 10. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Alert flare! Alert flare!
Murray sets to throw on 4th. Rush coming, and he's taken down. In for the sack, Deion Jones. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's 1 timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. And again, it's Chubb. Gets around him. Oh, he's got a little daylight.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
Ready.
Double dog. That's the way.
On 1st down, Smith. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Let's go.
11 yards and a Panther 1st down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Ready. Yo.
Throwing here, Newton. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That's good for 28 yards. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for the Panthers, not much to complain about here. They